Have you ever wondered why some leaders feel they need to control every step while others trust their teams to take ownership? In this video, we will explore Douglas McGregor's famous theory that reveals two very different ways leaders view human behavior at work. You will see how each mindset shapes the way you motivate, delegate, and build trust with your team. McGregor proposed Theory X and Theory Y as two contrasting assumptions about people. It goes far beyond a management concept. It acts as a mirror that reflects your leadership mindset. Whether you realize it or not, what you believe about people influences how you communicate, how much autonomy you give them, and how you respond when challenges arise. Let's talk about Theory X first. Theory X is built on the belief that people generally dislike work. It assumes that most employees prefer to avoid responsibility and only perform well when someone supervises them closely. A leader who leans toward Theory X believes people need structure and direction. They rely heavily on rules, oversight, and detailed control. You will often see Theory X leadership expressed through frequent check-ins, strict supervision, and a focus on enforcing procedures. The manager may feel they must constantly monitor progress in order to maintain productivity. The outcome is fairly predictable. Teams under Theory X leadership tend to do only what is required. Creativity decreases, initiative fades, and people become increasingly dependent on the manager for every decision. Theory X does, however, show up in certain environments. Highly regulated industries, bureaucratic organizations, or crisis situations sometimes require tight control. In those cases, structure and oversight can be necessary. But as an everyday leadership style, Theory X often leads to frustration and disengagement. Now let's look at Theory Y. This approach starts with a much more optimistic assumption about people. It assumes that individuals want to contribute, enjoy meaningful work, and are capable of self-direction when given the opportunity. A Theory Y leader trusts their team. They see people as motivated by purpose and growth, not by pressure. This mindset leads to very different leadership behaviors. Instead of controlling, a Theory Y leader empowers. They delegate responsibilities, encourage new ideas, and give people autonomy to decide how they will accomplish their work. Their supervision focuses on support rather than oversight. The results of this approach are powerful. Teams under Theory Y leadership tend to be more engaged and innovative. They take initiative, solve problems on their own, and feel a stronger sense of ownership. This style thrives in knowledge-based environments, collaborative cultures, agile teams, and workplaces that value creativity and continuous improvement. Let's compare the two management approaches. A Theory X leader tends to assume people do not enjoy work and must be pushed to perform. A Theory Y leader tends to believe people want to do well and will take responsibility when given the chance. With Theory X, motivation comes from external pressure, such as rules, supervision, and fear of consequences. With Theory Y, motivation comes from internal factors, such as pride in the work, the desire to grow, and the satisfaction of contributing to something meaningful. A Theory X environment usually feels rigid because the focus is on compliance. A Theory Y environment feels more flexible and collaborative because the focus is on development and trust. In terms of outcomes, Theory X may produce short-term results, but often leads to lower engagement. Theory Y builds long-term performance by fostering creativity, enthusiasm, and commitment. So, what does all of this mean for you as a project manager or people leader? It means your assumptions create the environment your team experiences. If you assume your team cannot be trusted to work independently, you will naturally create a workspace with heavy controls. Over time, your team may begin to behave exactly as you expect because the environment limits their autonomy. But if you assume your team is capable and motivated, you will give them more room to contribute. As a result, they often rise to that expectation. They become more engaged and develop a stronger sense of ownership. This does not mean leaders should choose one theory and ignore the other. Great leaders know when to apply structure and when to empower. In fast-moving or high-risk situations, a more directive style may be appropriate, but for long-term growth and innovation, Theory Y principles should guide your foundation. Balanced leadership adapts to the situation while staying rooted in trust and development. Let's look at a simple example. Manager X checks in constantly. They rarely delegate because they do not believe their team will deliver without supervision. Their team completes assigned tasks but shows little initiative. Manager Y communicates clear outcomes but gives their team the freedom to determine how to achieve them. They offer support instead of control. Their team brings forward ideas, takes responsibility, and solves problems on their own. Both managers have similar tools and resources. The difference lies in what they believe about people. This example shows how your leadership mindset directly shapes your team's behavior and performance. McGregor's two-factor theory gives us a simple but powerful insight into leadership. Theory X assumes people avoid responsibility and need tight control. This approach can create compliance but rarely builds engagement. Theory Y assumes people are motivated, creative, and capable of growth. This approach builds trust, innovation, and long-term performance. Your beliefs about people shape your leadership choices, and your leadership choices shape your team's results. If you found this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to PMAspirant for more project management insights. So, do you agree with McGregor's two-factor theory? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.